Football in St. Johns County, Week 10, and we have reached the end of the line for 3 county teams in terms of the regular season. First off, we'll recap last week's play for you. Bell, a 41-9 winner over St. Joseph. They scored the last 41 points in that game, handily beat St. Joseph. St. Augustine, 56. Palm Coast Matanzas, 0. That win locked up another district championship for St. Augustine. They clinched the 4-3A spot with that big win over Matanzas. A Thursday night game last week, Menendez 42, Port Orange Atlantic 7. Never in question for the Falcons, and they continue to press on towards the state playoffs with that win. Creekside, a big loser on the road last week at Florida Air Academy. Florida Air wins 40-6. Ponte Vedra goes to Orange Park and loses 49-0. Orange Park, one of the best teams in North Florida, as I've said before. Another one, Nice, 24, Bartram 14. Bartram made a late push there, but could not do it. Lost their 7th game of the season. That's a program record in terms of losses for the Bears. This week, we're going to start with a big one first. It's playoffs for one of these teams, whoever wins. Menendez or Clay. Clay 4-4, Menendez 7-2. Really a playoff before the playoffs. Who wins this game in the postseason, loser goes home. Menendez riding a little bit of a wave last week at Port Orange. They win big on that one, and won a couple weeks before that. A big win over Palatka. Another one, St. Augustine going to Palatka. St. Augustine 8-0, trying to nail down another perfect season. Palatka in a free fall. They'll miss the playoffs this year. Still one of the oldest rivalries in the state, so expect a good one there. Creekside and Ponte Vedra, a battle between 2 first-year schools. Creekside drew first blood in that first meeting this season, won 35-0. This one here will tell the tale to see what team has really taken that next step and is set better for the future. Nice, a big game tonight. Not in terms of their opponent. Middleburg is 1-7. Did actually get that win against Menendez 3 weeks ago. But this one's big for Nice. They win this one, they're guaranteed no worse than a district shootout spot. They're going to have to turn their eyes towards a Lake City Columbia Ridgeview game. If Ridgeview wins that one, Ridgeview and Nice will be in the playoffs. If Columbia wins, they're going to go to a 3-team shootout next week for that first 2 playoff spots in that District 5-4A. Another one, St. Joseph, in a little bit of a free fall now. They're 2-6. They host Tallahassee North Florida Christian in a district game. Although really no bearing, that district has already been decided. And that is it for the games that matter in terms of playoff spots. Bartram Trail, 2-7, as I mentioned earlier. They're hosting Fletcher. Fletcher trying to put the finishing touches on a perfect season. Bartram's going to miss the playoffs for the first time in program history that they've been eligible. So Bartram just trying to go out with some type of momentum to build on for next season. That's it for another edition of St. Johns County Football. We'll talk about playoff matchups next week in Week 11.